Okay, guys, so I have my skirt base here, and I don't have enough fabric left. So I didn't cut out the skirt. Let me show y'all. That's going to connect to that. So the skirt is cut out, okay? And it has the split. So what I am about to attempt, okay, to do is, y'all know how we do the slash and spread to make that outfit do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fabric and I'm going to ruffle it like this going across. But my goal is to sandwich it into the fabric. So it will have this spread and slash method, okay? But it's got to go into the fabric on the fabric, okay? So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, so y'all can't see from that angle. Let me bring it down. So y'all see what I'm doing? Like this, because this is what I want in the skirt, but I don't have enough fabric. So I'm going to mimic this and put this inside of the fabric and attach it to the fabric. So you see what I did? Okay. So now what I have to do is I have to open this back up, and we're going to have to secure it inside of the fabric. Okay, so you open this up, and these rouges right here, it has to be sandwiched in between this fabric to give it that slash and spread, okay? Because I don't have enough fabric. So I'm like, hey, how about I take this fabric and do it this way, but sandwich it in between this dress, okay? Sandwich it in between. Okay, so it's sandwiched in between. Let me show y'all from this angle. Do y'all see? Let me turn it around this way. Can you see? So I'm going to sandwich this in between so that it will have that effect onto the skirt. And then we're going to sew it down. So we'll put it back together, and we got to put the pins in. And then when we sew it down, it will have that effect, but without doing the splash, the you know, how you slash it. Because to be honest, to tell y'all the God's honest truth, I'm having difficulties doing that. Like, it's a little bit difficult for me. I've did it, but it's still like, you know, especially when you're using certain kind of fabric, okay? So, and then I will have to take this and secure it down on the sewing machine and use your pins and secure it down really good so your pleats don't come loose. So when you close this off, you're going to have this. My sewing machine has to get threaded. So I figured this would be an easier way if y'all having the same trouble that I'm having with the spread and slash method. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm having a little bit of difficulties with it. So I'm letting you guys know again, everything I learned offline. So everything is a work in progress. So we can learn together. So if you having a difficult time doing that, put it on your fabric, slash it, and sandwich it back in between. I hope I'm explaining good. See, I sandwich this back in between, get those ruffles, and I'm going to cut off the excess, and then I'm going to go sew each side down, okay? So, yes, I got to thread that machine and sew it. So, we can learn together, guys. We can learn the hard stuff and be like, oh, this is hard. We'll learn it together. And give yourself enough pins because you don't want it to come loose, okay? Uh-oh. Okay, wait a minute, guys. I just messed up, okay? I'm going to tell y'all how I messed up. I got the ruffles on the back of the skirt. Thank God I saw that, okay? We got to flip this on the other side. This needs to go on the side with the split in the front. I got it on the back of the dress, not where it's supposed to go. See how we learning together? Okay, I got to flip this over. Show y'all what I'm talking about. I messed up. Okay, let me take you out and show y'all what I did wrong. See, that's why we got to pay attention. Okay, so let me show y'all. Okay, so this is the back of the skirt, okay? This is the front of the skirt, okay? With the split in the front. So this is where your thing's supposed to go, not on the back of the dress. Okay, now I got it right. See? Good, I saw that because we'd have been messing up. Okay, make sure you put these pleats on the front of the dress, okay? The front of your dress, and then fold the raw edges down, not the back of the dress, because if you put it on the back of the dress, when you put it together, it'll be on the back of the dress. What good is that gonna do on the back of the dress? No good. Okay, so I'm glad I caught that before I went and sewed it together, and then I have to take it loose. Okay, so make sure that when you sandwich it together that you got your pleats on the front of the skirt. The front of the skirt is with the split. Don't sew it to the wrong side like I just was about to do. So I have to flip it, and it goes on the front of the skirt that has the pleats. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pinning it down now. Okay. Gino, be quiet. Okay, so now I have it sandwiched right, the right way. I put the pleats onto the front of the skirt, not the back of the skirt. So when we flip it inside out, you will have the pleats on the right side. So I had the correction. So you see if I got this edge with the pleats, this edge with the pleats. But this is the front of the skirt. You'll see the rouges in at the front of the skirt, okay? So if you wind up running out of fabric, you don't have enough, do it this way, okay? So now I'm just going to make sure I secure these pleats very well so that when I start to sew this, this does not move. You want your pleats to be locked in there and not move at all. Double up on your pins because we're going to cut the excess off and we're going to lock it in there. And, oh, thank God I saw that too. Make sure that if it's spandex, make sure that your pleats is going with the scratch. See that? Not against it. Because then, if you're using a spandex fabric, if you put a stiff fabric onto a spandex fabric, it will not expand. So those is key pieces to do. So I'm just going to double this up. And then when I get my sewing machine threaded, because we don't want this to move at all. We need this locked and loaded. Double up on your pins. So, there we go. So the access, because there's a lot on this side, cut that off and cut this off. And now it's sandwiching and closing it down. Then you will have the ruffle effect onto the front of the skirt. And then this is all I have left. So I want to do the 3D sleeves. So this is all the fabric I have left. This was 2 yards of spandex fabric, velvet scratch. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Toodle. So I have the ruffles on here, but I can't really see the difference. It really doesn't make, can you see, a difference because of the fabric. It's not, can't see it good. So it really didn't do any justice. So I think because of the way the fabric is made. So just wanted to show y'all that you can do it, but it doesn't make much of a difference with this velvet fabric. Like if you could see the ruffles right here, but don't really make a difference. All right. Okay, so as y'all can see the method that I did a little bit of ruffles, but the dress that I got inspired to make, they had a bunch. So to be honest, I feel like I need more velvet, because the more velvet, and then the more I can scrunch it to make it where you can see it better. So this was only 2 yards. But I gotta make it where you can like see it. So I felt like with it being on there, I felt like because of the fabric, you really couldn't see much a difference. So I think I need to get some more of this fabric. And ruffle it up a lot more to make it way more noticeable. Because I felt like for this little piece that I kind of did, I didn't feel like it gave it justice. So you see what I'm saying? You can see a little bit. So I think I do need some more of the velvet. I need to go get another yard because I also need the rest of the velvet for the sleeve. The 3D sleeve that I want to make. But you see, at first, and it's very faint. You can see it just a little. So I think I need more. And what I be trying to do, and then I got the lining, the rest of the fabric for the lining. So the other thing, it was like a 3D, and it kind of went like this, going across from here, and I gotta be able to make it really, really stiff. So I be trying to utilize the fabric that I have. So maybe I could just ruffle these little pieces and maybe hand sew this down. I'm not for sure, but it's just, okay. So I think when I do it like that versus how probably I had it, I can see it a little bit better. But I don't have enough fabric. So I'm gonna have to get more, so I think I need another yard of this. And down at the bottom, like, you know how when that skirt opens up, you can see the white side. So I feel like I will have to put a lining in the bottom of the skirt. But I feel like to make this pop, I'm gonna need more where you can see it. So y'all can see it a lot better than how it was at first. But yeah, so you do it and you're doing it with this ruffle like velvet fabric. Make it bold so you can see it better. So you know how they do the spread and slash, that method. So what I'm doing is creating a skirt and then actually pleating it right onto the fabric. So I'm doing it that way. So I will need about another yard and the 3D sleeve that I wanted to do. I have some horsehair, and you know you have to put the boning and all that, but it kind of had like a sleeve. It had it was cased in this fabric, but it kind of went across this. It was unique. It was unique. So I see a lot of stuff and I get inspired. So this is a spandex velvet, so I will need another 2 yards because it will, you see how that or I don't know, I'll see, but I might need enough for some lining. And I'm still trying to figure out this 3D sleeve. This is what I got left, so gotta make this 3D thing going across. So I would say when you do the pleat, you're gonna need more, because I think from there you guys can see it versus how I had to cut it off. It wasn't really noticeable. But also when you do this, make sure you do it with the fabric expanding. And I think I actually don't have this the scratchy way. Nope. Yeah, so I just got it pinned on here, but go with when you put this on, you need it to expand with the skirt. Okay, so I decreased this already, and I'll work on it at a later date. All right, guys, happy Friday, and when I get it figured out, I'll come back. So I hope that this helped when you want to do the draping, if you're having a hard time with the draping. Oh, and I got to modify this, so I got pins here because I'm going to take this in, you know, and then when the lining and all that get on. So I'm going to stop for now. Have a good day. Toodles.